Hi guys, so I just thought I'd give you a little tour of the garden. So this is my blueberry bush and it's getting loads and loads of fruit on, well, the beginnings of the fruit, I suppose. Getting loads and loads on that. I've had that for maybe about 3 or 4 years now. And this is my nano pear tree, so it's basically a pear tree but a miniature. I've got 3 of these and that's starting to blossom. This is another blueberry bush, not as many on as the other one, but it's a little bit younger than the other one. That's a white currant, and Carl, he took a cut, and he took a few actually, and that one's coming great even with a few white currants. That's another blueberry bush. I don't think it's doing that well, to be fair, but it was in the shade, so I've lifted it up a bit, and that's another blueberry bush there, but the pink blueberries, bizarrely. That's another nano pear tree, and that's blossomed up beautiful, and the bees are really active on there. So I recorded this in the garden. I'm doing a voiceover because 1, my neighbour's drilling, and 2, we might think I'm a bit strange talking to myself. And this is the bay leaf tree, so I'll pick all the bay leaves off that, dry them out and use them in my cooking. That's just a few foxglove plants. That's another one of those nano pear trees. I've had 1 or 2 little pears on them, but nothing like major, you know. Excuse the tyres in the background. I bought my son some new alloy wheels for his car, and they're the ones he took off. This is our fig tree, so it's a brown turkey or something like that. Something about a turkey tail fig or something. And there's quite a few figs coming on that. This is a lemon tree, and I have had lemons on here for a few times, to be honest. It's got some queer spikes on there, if you didn't already know, but the lemon tree does have spikes. And I normally have this in the greenhouse, but I've put it outside, and it even survived the winter, to be honest, but it got like a bug on it, so I just took it out and put it outside and stripped all the leaves off. That's another white currant. It's not a bush. This has been like grafted into like a tree, so it kind of like hangs over. It's really, really pretty, and the white currants are really tasty as well. This is just a few strawberries, like a strawberry cascading tower thing I've got. And this is our Aldi apricot, so this is a bit of an experiment really, and this is year 3. So this here is basically, and we grew this from a seed from an apricot that we bought from Aldi. And there's Bonnie and Clyde, the fish in the it's a whiskey barrel or some sort of beer barrel or something that we've got, and Carl made a little fish pond. And then I've got my herbs next to that, and there's all sorts in there. So we've got tarragon, chives, sage, mint, and I've got garlic chives in there as well. So there's all sorts in there, and I've got a grapevine as well. We've not had any grapes, but I think this is again year 3 for the grape. So there's some mint, and I've got like a storage box, and then I've got that's what I use for my salad bed. So in there I'll be putting some lettuce, some beetroot and stuff. And I got this here as well from the garden centre, and it's like, I seen it and I was like, oh, that's really like different, and it had like little miniature apples on. And last year I tasted the apples, and honestly they were rotten. They were so awful. So just see how it goes. But we've got some tomato plants on the go, so this is in the greenhouse. So I've got beef tomatoes, mini bell, which are more of a sort of bushy kind of tomato. I've got golden sunrise. I've got some which is for sun-dried tomatoes, and I think that's it. Beef tomatoes as well. I don't know if I've said that, but yeah, so I've got plenty of tomatoes. I normally do cerise, which are a cherry tomato, and the heavy cropping as well, so I get loads. But for some bizarre reason, Carl forgot to sow them, but I've got loads. The mini bell ones crop quite good as well. Anyway, these are my cabbages. So I've got red cabbage and I've got Savoy. And for the red cabbage as well, there's a load of plants there. So these are what Ali from My Rusty Garden sent us as well. So there's zinnia, and there's 2 sets of marigold, giant ones and normal ones. And then in here I've got some lettuce. So there's one for me, one for my dad, like one tray. And I've got some plants in the corner there, which is, I think that's a clematis. I think I've got 3 of them, and they're really beautiful once they flower. So we've got them, we've just been keeping them in the greenhouse just over the winter, and they're the other cuttings of the white currants. They're in the greenhouse as well. I'll probably put them up the plot at some point. I've got some spare strawberries. There's some onions there as well. There'll be Ailsa Craig, Kelso or Stewron, I think. And I've got loads and loads of different onions there as well in them varieties that I've just said. And again, some more onions. They are, what are them? Oh, kohlrabi them. So I didn't grow them last year, but I wanted to grow them this year, so kohlrabi, and there's some sprouts. I wasn't keen on the sprouts that I grew last year. They was far too strong, so this is a different variety. I'm hoping anyway. I've got loads of different pumpkins on the go. So I've got gourds, a mixture of pumpkins, Turk's turbans. They are there. And then these are the sort of set onions. So you just sort of put them on the top of the soil and then they start sprouting. So that's them. But yeah, I've got leeks, and we plant ours up like this in a pot, and then we just split them. I can't remember what them were. The cabbage of some sort, I think. Yeah, they are the cabbages of some sort, but I can't remember what they were. We've got Kelso onions as well. I've got some pea pods on the go, so there's some there, and then I've set some more peas off, which you'll see in a bit, which will follow on after them, so you get like a good crop. These are all teddy sunflowers. I don't know what Carl was thinking of, because these grow quite big, these plants. They're quite bushy with like loads of sunflower heads on, but there's loads there anyway, which I'm sure some of these customers will probably take some off our hands. They're the other peas that I've sown, and they'll obviously crop after the ones that you've seen above. We've got some Savoy that we've set away, some more onions, and then my hanging baskets as well. And what I was trying to say in all earlier was about those red cabbages. I did some last year in like a cone shape, and I really didn't like them. So these ones are like in a ball, like a proper red cabbage. And for anybody who wants to shade their greenhouse, I've got this here, and it's like a bamboo screening for your fence. And I just put that on the top of the glass, and it does an amazing job. So I just thought I'd just show you the front sort of section of the house before you get onto the drive. I've got a bit of a front garden, so this is just mainly stuff that just comes back every year. So I've got bulbs in there such as daffodils, tulips, hyacinth, there's all sorts of stuff like that. Foxgloves, lupins, and there's this one here, I don't know what it is, but it's a beautiful flower. And it's so like delicate. It's just really, really pretty. So I've got like lupins and hyacinths, foxgloves, and things like that. Stuff that comes back every year. I've got a lovely bit of lavender in the corner as well, so that's really fragrant as well. The middle area is just mainly bulbs and stuff that just comes through, and then I just plant it with bedding plants once they die off. So hope you enjoyed the tour.